Welcome back, everyone, to 6-Minute Math Plays. Today, we are going to do the entire New York Times game suite. We will start with pips here. So let's get going with the easy one. So immediately, I am drawn to this 10. So we know that needs to be 2 5s or a 4 and a 6. I have a greater than 4 here. That leaves me with either these two tiles there. I have a 3, so that one I can put in. There's only one 3 in my case here. And then I am just looking to see what I can match up in this equal sign. I can match up some 6s. And then that should go. So we are going to put some 6s there because I do know that I need a 4 and a 6 to make this 10, as I only have one 5 down there. So we are going to put a 6 and 2. We need to match that 6 up with an equals. The reason we have the 6 and the 2 on the left and the 6 and the 1 in the middle is we have this less than 2. So obviously 1 is less than 2. And then we are just matching up here. We have a 4, 5 tile. And to make that 10, that is the 6. So let's go on to the medium. So initially I am drawn to this 3. That's either going to be a 1, 1, 1 or a 0, 0, 3, maybe a 0, 1, 2. There's no 1, 1, 1. I have a 4, equals in the middle, 8, another 4 there. And then the less than 2. The greater than 4. This one should be easy. I only have 2 tiles that have a greater than 4. We have our 4, 6 and our 5, 0. If I put the 4, 6 there, that's going to null the 3. So that one has to be the 5, 0, which makes these two have to equal to 3. There's only one of those tiles, so we have to have that as the 0, 3. And now I can look here to the right. I know this 4 has to match up with 1, 2, or 0 to make this green tile work. That is the 4, 2. That makes that a 0. That could be anything at this point. It could be a 0, 2, 0, 1. Actually, I lied. It cannot be the 0, 1. If this is a 0, 1, then this has to equal 7. And I have no double tiles equal to 7. So I need to find a new place for that 0, 1. And that is going to be here. Yeah. That has to be my 0, 1. I have a less than 2, and I have a 3 equals. That 3 equals is going to be either 4s or 0s. I'm going to be using my 4 up there, so that is going to be my 0s. If that's a 0, 2, I need 6, which is a 3, 3. And then I have my equal 4s in the middle, and then my 4, 6 to finish it off. Okay, on to the hard pips. We have a nice little symmetrical design. I have, 27 jumps out at me. That's going to be 2 6s and 3 5s. That one's going to be interesting. I guess it could also be a 6, 6, 6, 6, 3. So we're going to have some high tiles there. We have in 4 equals here. Let's do a quick scan. We could be a 2, could be a 1. has to be a double, so it also could be a 0 or 3. Okay, we have this 3. That's going to be some low numbers. We have a 5 and a 6. For this 0, 1 is interesting, and this 12 is interesting because that has to be 2 6s. So let's look down there. Have to be 2 6s. So I know this is either the 6 0 or the 6 1. And I can't see if that's a definite. This one is interesting. I know that this here is a double. So I know it's going to be a double 2 or a double 3 or even a double 0, maybe a double 1. Don't have a double 6. Okay, so each of these is separate. So that's going to be a 6. That's a 6 something. Something 6. 5 3. I think I got to start at this 27. So if I take my 27, we have 6 6 6 5 4. 4 6s and a 3. It can't be 4 6s. So we got 6 6 6 5 4. That means that this has to be a 5 6 or a 5 4. I have a 5 6 and a 5 4 there. So let's just put one in. If I have a 5 6 there, that means I have to have 5 5 6 or 4 6 6. That is doable, but I have 2 6s here. So it theoretically could work. Oh, I only have 2 4s. Okay, that's good to know. This one is tricky to get started, but I bet you once we get started, all pieces are going to fall in. Okay, I have to have a 6 up here. So does that leave me with enough 6s? Those 2 are 6s. That is a 6. So I have 3 6s total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s. That means that this is a 6 6 5 5 5. Has to be. 1, 2, 3 6s. So this is going to be, okay. So I know there's no 4 in there. So that one has to be the 5 6. Okay. And then we have a 5 6 5 to finish it off. Okay, that's good to know. So that one has to be there. And I have two 5s that are going to go there. So that third 5 is going to go up there. Okay. That 5 cannot be the 5 4. So my 5 4 is in this greenish area. Or I don't know what color you call that. My 5 4 is here. Could be any of those places. I also have my 5 up here. This is either my 5 1 or my 5 3. Just figuring out where my tiles are going to be going. There. I wonder if this could be a 6 2. It could go that way. Okay, knowing my 5 4 is there helps. Let's just put a placeholder there. I have a 6 and a 5 here. That can't be a 6, 0. That technically could, that technically could. Could be a 6, 3. Okay, this is only a 6, 0 or a 6, 1. So it's either that or that. Can't do them both. That's okay. That would make that a 1 anything. Well, let's have my 6s and 5s are out of the case here. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, so that still can be a 3. Technically could be a 1 and a 2. I cannot wait for this one to fall into place. So double. I know my 5, 4 is in here somewhere. Okay, I think I'm going to start placing tiles in and seeing where I can go with it. So let's go with a 6, 0 here. That's a 6, 0. We're going to say that is a 6, 3 since it cannot be a 6, 1 or a 6, 2 because all those tiles are taken. Oh, that actually makes sense. That is a 6, 3. Okay. So it can't be a 6, 2 because that would make a 5. All my 5s are going to be taken. Can't be a 6, 1 because that would make it this empty space a 6. All my 6s are taken. So that one has to be a 6, 3. That's good. That makes that a 4, 3 because there's only one 4. That would make that a 3. And it has to match up with a 5. Okay, now we're really cooking here. The 6, 0 was just a placeholder, but I am going to kind of go with it. We have a 6 and a 5 remaining up here. Oh, you know what? I lied. This also have a 5, 4. Which technically could do that. You know what? I'm going to go with my other one. This is my gut. And I could be wrong, but we're going to go with it. So I have a 5, 4, which, where did it go? Uh-oh, I've lost my 5, 4. There we go. I think that's going to go there. That would make that a 6. You know what? Let's make that a 6, 1, or 6, 2. I'm looking for a tile of 6 up here. That's going to be a 3. I have a 5, 1 and a 6, 1. This has to be 4. I think I'm going to run out of pieces here. All right. That has to be a 2. So that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, you know what? We lucked our way into this one. Okay, I filled in my lower pieces. I have this remaining spot. 2 is going to match up with the 2. The 0 is going to match up with a 1. I should get the okay after this. And hopefully there's no wrong spots. All right. That is where a little bit of intuition and a lot of luck comes into play. So that is our pips for today. Let's go over to our next game. This is our Strands. So I know how to play all that. And our theme is soft skills. So let's see if we can have something jump out at us. We have QU. So I know that that is going to be something. I have another QU up here. So I'm seeing soft and I have this Q and I see quilt, which looks like it works. All right. And then I think I see probably our spangram, which is our textile art. That actually works out perfectly. So this is going to be our spangram. Perfect. And then we're just going to fill in some words that fill in with textile art. So we have quilt. Let's see what else we can get here. I gotta focus on a place. Embroider. We got weave. And we got 3 words left here. This tink looks interesting. I'm not up to date on my textile art. I see crop. That's not a word. Let's see if we can maybe just get into our hint here. We have tink, pace. Going to give it a little bit of time here, but we might need to use a hint on one of them. There's no ER. Pillet isn't even a word. I'm thinking it's QU. I can't go to the, that's not a word, so that's got to go. QUA, quank, queek, quacked. Oh, there we go. We got one here. Crochet, crochet. Pleek isn't a word. Gotta be able to do something with up here. You know what? Let's use knit. Tink. I was saying tink isn't a word, but you know what it is? Spell it backwards. We have knit. That's good. And then our last word. Which I don't want to have to go to a hint for, but I'm drawing a blank right now. What do we got here? Kent. Bart. Mart is a word. I'm sure I'm have some quilters out there that are yelling at my screen right now. Quiapli is not a word, definitely. Lacrape is not a word. I need 2 hints to get the start. I'm actually going to just hint this one as we are taking our time. Wilt, and I think I need one more hint. I am not great with my textile art. Yeah, I know that one. Nah, applique, of course. Should have just tried all the options. Okay. A little too many hints on that one for my liking. Let's go into our connections. Here we have quote, peck, price, total, damage, title, bill, grant, author, wings, Cooper, break, webbing, wreck, and synopsis, and feathers. All right, my first jump out here is going to be some book items. I'm going to use my highlighter for this one. We have price, title, synopsis, and author. It's going to be items on the back of a book, I think. Next one, we have damage, wreck, break, and total. And then we have bill, wings, webbing, and feathers. Those are things to do with ducks or birds. And then we have Cooper, Grant, quote, and Peck. Huh. What could that be? Oh, let's see here. This could be interesting. I feel like I'm pretty good. The colors probably aren't the matching ones, but I feel pretty good about things here. Oh, no. That sucks. Okay. So let's go with the ones we know. We had price, title, author, and my battery is low, and synopsis. These were things to do with, okay. So not to do things to do with a book. Quote. There we go. Found on a book jacket. That might make my other one correct. What do we have? Grant, Cooper, Peck, and Price. These are names. I'll say Vincent. Are they Vincent names? Classic Hollywood actors. Okay. And then we have damage, bill, wreck, total, and break. These are going to be destroy. And then the last one, things to do with birds or duck. I was right. Perfect. Couple issues on that one. And let's go on to our last game here. We have Wordle. So I have a general starting word I like to use. I like to use salad to start. This one is nice. I have an S in the first spot and an A somewhere. So let's see if we can get some common letters here. Let's try shack. Okay, I know there's a C. My A is a little further down. SC is a nice little start. Having my A be down is interesting. Oh, you know what what I like? Scuba. SC is a good starting. A's in there somewhere in the last two letters. Oh, I know I have a U though. So, and I know where my A is. This is perfect. I got either that. U won't be the end, so it is that. I have sumac. This is a version of a wine in Canada. Oh, there we go. Sumac is our answer today. Perfect. Thank you for joining us today for 6-Minute Math Plays. I hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to leave a comment. Make sure you are subscribed to 6-Minute Math. I will be doing these 6-Minute Math Plays probably every weekend to start here. And then we might be ramping it up a little bit depending on the feedback. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. Always remember that the best way to get math is to practice math. So keep on practicing. And until next time, keep solving and evolving.